Strange as it may sound, the only book that is eternal is called the Megillat Esther, the book that we're going to read this evening. Insofar as the 5 books of Moses are concerned, which certainly has assumed a greater importance for those who still are connected with the Bible, but far in excess than, let's say, the Megillat Esther. And yet, according to the Zohar and according to the Gemara, the Bible is not eternal. Megillat Esther is. In other words, this book and all that it represents, and all of the codes and all of the secrets and mysteries that are revealed by virtue of this book called Megillat Esther, the book of Esther, that is something that will remain after the coming of the Mashiach. And that is very strange, because I guess most of us have been brought up with the idea that the essence, and let me say, quote, religion, of course you know that religion in Kabbalah has no place, but the Bible has been that kind of instrument for all religions. And yet, we are told that when Mashiach comes, there will be no need for the Bible, and the Bible will become extinct. And all that will remain is Purim and Megillat Esther. What does that mean? And why is it so? What is the significance in general of Purim? The time of sharing, or the precept, the commandment for sharing, takes place on Purim. Now you might ask, why on Purim? Why not throughout the year? Because throughout the year, the cosmos are fragmented. And that is the reason why the whole world is fragmented. While the whole world considers themselves as being separate one from another, it is only on Purim that this cosmic event of a unified whole is present. And therefore, to establish that kind of unified whole in our midst, the aspect of sharing is there for what purpose? Sharing for someone else? No, to teach us that by sharing, we are receiving. By sharing, we are receiving, no less than the bulb. In other words, we need somebody else. Why do we need someone else? Because if there wasn't anybody else, how can I share? In other words, I need someone there to be the recipient of that which I want to share. This idea of sharing and receiving is dominant in this one particular holiday. In this one particular holiday. The Bible, with all its commandments and all of its precepts, is not connected with a cosmic event. Even Shavuot, Pentecost, the time of revelation, what was provided on Mount Sinai was the tools by which we can achieve a oneness. All of the prohibitions in the Bible is there for only one reason. So as that I become accustomed to the idea that there is not only myself here in this world, but there are many others in this world, and that all of us will be concerned one for another, and then uncertainty will disappear. When you have certainty, you have freedom. Without certainty, there is no such thing as freedom. What uncertainty creates is lack, defect, and so forth. On Purim, we have Megillat Esther. What is that? The revelation. Megillah coming from the word Gilui, as the Ari says. The revelation of Esther. Esther coming from the word concealment. In other words, tomorrow is concealed for most of us. Tomorrow is concealed. Concealment is uncertainty. Through this book, through all of its meditations, we shall achieve that Megillat Esther. For some of us, it may only be for the day, but a feeling of wholeness, a feeling that there is no need, no necessity for anything else, but it's all here. For some of us, it may last a little longer. For some of us, it may last throughout the year. But hopefully the reading of Megillat Esther, which contains the revelation of uncertainty, which makes everything very clear, and once things are clear, we have everything. Therefore, we are hopefully going to reveal, make a Megillat Esther, and reveal the secrets of what is contained not only in this Megillat Esther, the book of Esther, but we are going to participate and make the connection to a cosmic event that occurs this day. Only this day, says the Ari specifically. In other words, this opportunity of connecting with wholeness, with the one unified whole, with certainty, takes place no other day of the year except on Purim. And, in fact, it does not even have all of those requirements that usually accompany most of the major holidays. On Rosh Hashanah, you've got the shofar. You've got to sit in a Bet HaKnesset or a synagogue or a temple all day. Or Yom Kippur, you've got to fast. Along comes Purim and says what? That you do not even have to know the difference between blessed Mordechai and cursed be Haman. Haman being not only symbolic, but Haman being the negative activity of mankind. He is, and when we come to that word, Haman, we are not going to try to force him out, because you never can force out the blackness of a room. How you can remove the blackness or darkness in a room is by lighting or striking a match. And that requires very, very little effort. And therefore we can understand why Purim has very little effort. Be merry, drink as much as you want, become drunk. The more you are oblivious, the closer the connection. The reason we read Megillat Esther, because this is the instrument which is so concealed to the extent that God's name is not even mentioned. Can you imagine? God's name is not mentioned once. Why? Not as to provide the rabbis and the priests and all of them with food for thought, because once God is mentioned, boy, that's their trip. God, religion. This is one place where the rabbis got no place. I mean, this is just a story without God, you see. Nope. No place is the word God mentioned, incredible as it may sound. This document that we're required to read. Why? Because since this book is called Megillat Esther, to reveal the concealment, it's for everybody. It's for every man in the street. You want to make connections to the world of reality? You want to leave the world of illusion? This is the book.